Hello, my name is Megan and I'm going to talk you through an art activity inspired by the work of Harry Clarke. In particular, his piece, The Eve of St. Agnes, which is on display in the Hugh Lane Gallery. Clarke used a lot of black outlines and contrasting colours in his work. He scratched patterns and designs into layers of coloured glass. The technique we are going to use is called sgraffito. This is a type of mark making made by scratching through a surface to reveal a lower layer of a contrasting colour. You will need wax crayons, paper, masking tape, your sketches from the Zoom workshops, and an implement for scratching such as the edge of a ruler, the back of a pen, or a lollipop stick. The first step is to decide which of your sketches you are going to use as inspiration for your art piece. You could take elements from different sketches combined or use them as a jumping off point. There is a lot of detail in the Eve of St. Agnes, so there are a lot of elements you may have zoomed in on, such as the pattern on the bedsheet, the flowers and vines, or the ornate clothes of the characters. Take your sheet of paper and decide whether you want it to be landscape or portrait and what size you want it to be. Then, using some masking tape, stick down the sheet of paper. This is optional, but I find it makes the colouring process a lot easier and creates a nice border around your finished piece. If your masking tape is a bit strong, you may want to get rid of a bit of the stickiness by tapping it on your clothes a few times. It will be less likely to rip the paper when taking it off. The next step is to lay down your layer of bright colours. I prefer doing this at random, as it can allow for some creative and interesting final pieces. Another method is sketching a light pencil drawing and laying down your colours accordingly. But remember, you will not know exactly where they are after applying the black crayon layer. Periodically brush away the excess wax crayon shavings. For the next step, take a black wax crayon and fully cover your paper with a second layer of black crayon. Take care around the edges of the masking tape. Now you're ready to do some mark making. I'm going to use a ruler, the back of a pen, and a popsicle stick. Can you think of any other implements that would make a good mark for your design? Many panels in the Eve of St. Agnes have ornate borders, so I will begin by marking out a border which I will fill in with designs and patterns. I want this line to be a little bit thicker, so I'm using a lollipop stick. You will need to remove wax shavings every now and again from the page and from your implement. Remember, this type of drawing is an inverse of the more common way. With a pencil or pen on white paper, you are drawing in the dark lines and shadows. With this method, you are drawing in the light. How does this change your artwork? How does this change how you might draw lines and shade? Also, if you've made a mistake, it's possible to go in again with the black crayon. When you are happy with your drawing, slowly and carefully remove the tape around the edges. Pulling the tape at a low angle parallel to the table will help avoid any tearing.